and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On third down, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
For so many years, Mike, the conversation was, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL? And I think now, after winning back-to-back Super Bowls 3 and 4 years, it's not so much, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the NFL now? It's, is he entering the conversation as being one of the best quarterbacks of all time? I certainly am one of those people that believe that's the case. He has a chance through the rest of his career now, not even being 30 years old, to accomplish a lot of things that are unheard of at the NFL level.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Gray is the motion man here. Mahomes now to throw on second down. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now the former rushing champ, it's Kareem Hunt.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. And in motion is Brown. On third down, Mahomes. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, KC.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Right back to the air from Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Back at the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Ravens offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Jackson. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Here's Jordan Stout now, and he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Chiefs offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Second and 7. Throwing is Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Patrick to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Looking middle, he's got Kelsey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. That is caught. And he's in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Butker now for the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Pistol formation with Jackson. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Mahomes back. He's got his man ground. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
First down throw, Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
And Butker on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Hopkins sent in motion. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. They face second down and 7. They motion the slot man left. A nice defensive play there, coming through to make the play in the backfield. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. We're going to go right back to Henry. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Ravens. They'll go again here with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, here's Henry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Ravens are on the board now here in this second quarter.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Open man right side is Kelsey. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
A short one caught by Kelsey. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They put Kelsey in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Travis Kelsey, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. Now a signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this 1st half. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They put Kelsey in motion. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. On second down, Mahomes. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Third and short. Here's Patrick. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
The Ravens offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
There he goes, inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Mahomes back. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Really nice throw downfield on that conversion. Brings up a new set of downs. And defensively, Mike, this feels like desperation mode. If you allow them to finish this drive with a touchdown, this game feels all but over.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. A give here to Pacheco. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
They put Kelsey in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it just past their 25.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hopkins sent in motion. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he'll get maybe a yard. that's it. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Jackson out of the pistol. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the outside, catch made by Hopkins.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On second down, here's a run with Henry. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
1st and goal, and it's Henry. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up 3rd and goal. And goal. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go, and the Ravens are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. A handoff to Pacheco. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on second down. He'll check that down to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
That is hot down the field. It's worthy. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Chiefs first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action here. Mahomes working the right side, taken in by Rice. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's pinned. Touchdown, Chiefs. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on first down. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Hill out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Jackson up top again. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Play action now. Jackson. He runs with it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Baltimore.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Jackson. A quick slant to Flowers. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's a run. And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Again, it'll be Henry. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Now, for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens are able to edge a bit closer.
Ravens 17.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Chiefs offense, and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the carry, it's Pacheco. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Once again, it's Pacheco. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens will cut the deficit to 7.
Ravens 24.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and long. A run up the middle with Pacheco. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. 4th down coming up. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
A first down throw for Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down. He's got his man, right side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
One last shot now for Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.